Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Pastor Chuck, and I have the privilege, incredible privilege, of being with Kevin and Marie Noyes. And they're a phenomenal couple that we support as a church, and they're at Gettysburg College and also Penn State York. They spend their lives investing in students. And as we've talked about many times, the world has come to us through our universities and our colleges, and there is a global outreach happening as well as a national outreach as students from around the area and the local outreach. So today, I just want to introduce you to these two wonderful people. And how are things going on campus for you guys? This is COVID season, a little different, and so good to have you. So how are things going?
Yeah. Thanks for having us. Definitely has been a different season, and most of our ministry has been via technology for almost the past year now. So we made use of things like FaceTime and Zoom and Facebook Messenger calls and
lots of texting.
Yes, lots of texting, Instagram messaging, Instagram. It's really amazing that the Lord, to the Lord, these COVID restrictions, they're not our restriction. He's just choosing to work in a different way. And so we've really seen the Lord do that, particularly at Gettysburg College. Right now we have 8 student leaders. And it's been really exciting because we have 8 students who are actually bought into the vision of making disciples. They're excited to go out. They've been talking about opportunities they have at home right now to reach their family and friends with the gospel. And then this weekend, they're actually coming back to campus. So we're really excited to see what the Lord's going to do this spring semester as now they're actually back and surrounded by their peers. And real quick, one student in particular that has a really unique opportunity is one of our junior student leaders who I've had the privilege to invest in. She is leaving for Kenya next Thursday, and she is studying abroad. So typically we talk about reaching the world through the campus because of international students coming to American colleges and universities. But there's also an opportunity to reach the world through students studying abroad. So this student gets to go and take the gospel with her when she goes to Kenya. So it's a really amazing opportunity the Lord is giving her to reach the world with the gospel.
Mm-hmm. In this COVID season, it can really feel like the obstacles are pretty overwhelming on the college campus. But if anything, we found that the opportunities are even greater. In a lot of ways, all of the competition that we experience for the time of students has been cut away. I was just talking with a student leader recently, and they were looking at the advertised events that the college had. And there was a virtual meeting of the walking club. And then there were our Bible studies and different events going on. And so we're finding that students are really responding. We've been doing an apologetics discussion each week where we address common objections to Christianity. We had more students join us than we had many weeks when we were face-to-face this past week. One student actually shared that he moved around his whole work schedule because he really wanted to try and be a part of this discussion and the Bible study every week for this semester. And so we've really been seeing that the opportunities for the gospel are continuing. So our mission, the reason that we're doing this, why we get up in the morning, is we're trying to fulfill the Great Commission. Jesus told his disciples, go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you. Behold, I'm with you always to the end of the age. He's still with us in COVID. He's still working in college students, and we're excited to see what particular ways he might work in this semester.
Now, you're in a very unique ministry, and I know I'm going off the grid a little bit from our plan, but how can we best support you? Because I mean, you are near, but how can we best support you in prayer? And is there any way that we can support you otherwise? I know you need to raise funds to make sure you can do your ministry, but how can we support you in a way that we can really invest in your ministry?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Would you like me to take this?
Sure. Yeah, I can jump in. Yeah.
There are 3 main ways. And so just like you mentioned, there's prayer, there's partnership, and then there's connecting us with others. So we would love your prayer. Mm-hmm. We'll share a number of prayer requests here in a moment. But we really say our ministry runs on prayer. So often we see the Lord do a tremendous work in a young man or a young woman. And then afterwards, as we're talking with people and catching up, we discover, wow, people were praying for that particular thing. Maybe we didn't even know about it in our churches and members who are partnering with us. Second, you can partner with our ministry financially. So Disciple Makers runs through churches and individuals who are giving towards the work of reaching college students with the gospel. And then third, you can help by connecting us with others. Particularly in this season, the opportunities just to run into someone on campus and strike up a conversation are few and far between. So a relational handoff where you know a college student or you know a family who is sending their students to college and you can help make that connection is so helpful. It gives us a leg up to invite them to a Bible study or to a time when they can connect with other Christians on campus. Would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I was going to also add, just real quickly, since we are in a unique season, if you have any maybe interesting ways that you found to connect with people virtually or different ways to engage with people when there are more restrictions, we would love to hear them. We've really gotten some great ideas from some other staff and from friends who've given us ways to connect with students or build community at a distance. So if you do have creative ideas, we would love to hear them.